There we got them. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunrise Stroll and Chat here at our lovely Sea of Galilee. All familiar turf. Here's your home. Good morning, Amsterdam. Australia, from Amsterdam to Australia, imagine. All over the world, Germany. Oops. You could even hear them. Did you hear the wings? They might come around once more. Let's see. You have to pay attention. Hey people, I'm going to make you envious now, but it's not good to get envious, you know. But 15 minutes ago doing the Instagram, we were very blessed here. Come on guys, come over our way. Yeah, they're coming here, people. You see, you saw the green? The green color of these birds. So 15 minutes ago with the Instagram, there was an amazing pinkish color in the clouds, and they reflected marvelously here like a true work of art. It was absolutely amazing. But now it's faded a little bit, so we don't have it as strong. It'll be a little bit mysterious how the sunrise is going to happen today. It could be gorgeous. The cloud provides a great canvas for art. Let's see how it's going to pan out. I thought it was going to be very good earlier. Oops, here we are. And I think I'm going to go up here, because if they come once more, I can catch them from further out. They seem to want to fly along the edge of the water. And if I'm outside them, then you can see their color. So we got Pakistan here with us, I think. Our capers are still blooming. These are amazing little flowers. I saw some of you put up some of these shots on Instagram and other places. These are amazing. So beautiful. I'm fascinated by the engineering and the architecture of these creatures. I want to be ready if these birds come again. There's a good chance they come around 3 times, 4 times. I'm not sure if they're at the end of their tether. Oh, they're coming here. They're coming, but they're outside of me. That's life. They don't want me to see their color. All those little insects there. Here we are at the Sea of Galilee, people. Put in your toes there, get them wet. They'll dry quickly. There we got a nice picture of her, or him. So people, this is the beauty of the Sea of Galilee. People pray for rain here at the beginning of the new year. It's typical that there's some little rain, not much. It's just very little. And then the bigger rains come later in November, December, January, February. Yesterday I was participating with the travel agency on a webinar to the Philippines, and the rain is pouring in the Philippines. So if you're over there, people in the Philippines watching right now, send us some of your rain this way, please, as we want to see Mount Arbel in bloom again. And the desert blooms here with the rain. It's so beautiful. Amazing. So people, we're ready to go on to the next step. Welcome everybody. A lot of new people here this morning, so welcome. We're at Sunrise Stroll and Chat at the Sea of Galilee, and we're having a great time here in this beautiful nature this morning. Lots of cloud today, and cloud is a canvas for divine art, so we're going to keep our eyes attentive to watch all these beautiful changes happening and reflecting at our feet. Arkansas, wow. Welcome, Arkansas. Oh, there were just 15 at my back. Wow, or 20. Just missed them, people. So, we're in Galatians still, this incredible letter, powerful letter. And, you know, we human beings need a routine. And we do things, and we've kind of a peace when we do the same routine all the time. And we kind of did it. You know, you walk the dog every day, and you brush your teeth after a meal, and you put a towel in a special way you do it. And we kind of need these things because we can't be creative inventing stuff all the time. We just don't have that internal resource to be continually creative. It's just not there. You know, it's great we have some artists that can be always creating, and sometimes I've noticed them on the Instagram, and it's amazing the ability to create so much all the time. Hey people, let me take you around here fast. I don't know if you saw the green of them, but that's a good. I really want to catch the green of those guys. There was a little red, I don't know if you noticed it earlier there, just a minute ago, in the cloud, and I thought it was going to get bigger, but it got smaller. Way over there. And now it's not red anymore. But there's a nice little tinge coming here, so the sun is coming up for sure. It's up already, it's just it's hidden by the cloud. If there were no cloud, we'd have it really staring at us. But now it's shielded by all that cloud. Veiled over. So we have all these routines, and they're very helpful. You don't have to reinvent how you do pizza. You don't have to reinvent how you make your tea. You have your routine, and it always works. And you found a nice niche where how to do this, and it's perfect, and it keeps going, and you don't have to reinvent it. It works. And this also applies to the religious sphere. So we have routines and rituals and ways of doing things. And then just like we got our teeth brushed, we kind of check off, I got this religious thing done. But the big challenge for the human being is that in the religious things, our routines are not just physical accomplishments like brushing our teeth. Our routines are more just a casing or a little package that's filled up inside with adoration, with love, with the gift of grace, with a growing faith, a hope, a love. And that means much more than something physical. It's from the heart and the soul and the mind. Also, it has an echo in the emotional sphere. And then it's very fulfilling and all of that, right? So, but the big challenge for us in the religious sphere is that we do the routine without the inside. So we have an empty box. Okay, so we put the box over on the table like we do every day, and we did it again today, but there was nothing inside the box. We did the external routine. And let me talk to our own Catholic brothers and sisters here for a second. Imagine making the sign of the cross, making a genuflection, even going to adoration. I did it. I was there physically, but what happened inside? I genuflected when I went into the church to show reverence for the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. I did the physical motion, but my mind was thinking, where did I put the car keys? Or did I leave my phone in the car? Did I forget it? So my mind was not at all inside it. I did the box. I put the box on the table, but there was nothing inside it. People come for the birthday party, they open it up and the box is empty. No present. The word present is very interesting. To be present. I am present in the gift I give. You see, it's a present. I am here. I am in your presence. Here I am, Lord. I am present. But the physical thing is there, but the presence is not. You know? So the readings today, both the readings from Galatians and the gospel reading, are very powerful calls to us to watch out for that possibility that's not infrequent, that we're just doing the physical external routine and not the whole inside. So maybe what I'll do is, instead of reading a lot of the text here, in the case of Paul, he's talking about the uselessness, that's a very strong word I'm saying now, being provocative, the uselessness of circumcision. And I say this with great respect for all of our Jewish listeners at this moment. Circumcision is a physical act. And if this physical act is not inspired by the faith it had inside, then it would just be a physical act. It would just be a wounding, a cutting. What would it be? It'd be like that genuflection the Catholic makes that is empty. It's the presence isn't there. So Paul is very, very strong on this, especially for those who have accepted Christ. And he says, for freedom Christ has set us free. So this is also the deep resource inside of this reality. It's how free we are, and not free if I have cheese, this kind of cheese or that kind of cheese, but it's my whole person is deciding and wanting and choosing and doing this. This reading is obviously very, very complex, and has a lot in it, so we're not going to tackle it all. So just have understanding for me there. I'm not going to touch on all the classical things that are said there about this. But let me go to this point here. The line that Paul says at the end of the passage we have today, for in Christ Jesus neither circumcision nor uncircumcision counts for anything. Neither circumcision or uncircumcision counts for anything. That's a very strong line. But only faith working through love. Working. And not just working through love. Faith working through love. Only faith working through love. Now, if we go down to the gospel, it's something very similar. The Pharisees are criticizing Jesus because of not washing hands, not because of corona, but because of this is the practice. And the disciples weren't washing their hands before they were eating or something like this, or washing the vessels. And he says to them, you cleanse the outside of the cup and the dish, but inside you could be filled with envy or jealousy or plunder or evil. So this is very a powerful thing. We can do external rituals, and at the same time we could be doing the exact opposite in our deepest inside of our heart, of our will, of our mind. So this is a huge challenge for all religious practice. And then he says something at the end that's very, very beautiful. Behold, everything will be clean for you by giving alms. Now you could also have somebody that goes out in the street every day and they have a few pennies in their pocket or a few coins or a few small bills, and they do it like automatic. They give the thing just to get this guy off my back. That's not really giving alms. That's just a matter of convenience, of saving me a problem. Giving alms is providing real help for somebody in real need, moved by compassion. You see, even almsgiving itself could become a routine. I'm putting $5 in the check for this charity, and I just do it. And I'm fed up that they're pestering me all the time. Is that almsgiving? You see how we need to have a renewal from inside. But when we give true alms, that means when we take care of the other, then everything will be made clean for you. We will be purified. We will be purified. We have to wash our hands because we touch things, we work with stuff, we pick something off the ground, we're helping somebody who is sick. Just think of all the doctors and nurses, healthcare professionals looking after sick people. They wash their hands, you know. We have this sense of needing to be clean. And also in our lives we have different reactions to people, and sometimes we have a moment of impatience, a moment of anger, a moment of upset, a moment of a word that wasn't kind. We need to be cleaned of all of that. And Jesus says, give alms and behold, everything will be cleaned for you. But obviously giving alms is a very soul-filled alms giving. You know, faith working through love. Yeah, that bird said, "Amen" there. In the early morning, I just wrote down a couple of little things that came to mind with this text. And one of them was a similar text when Jesus said, not on this mountain or that mountain will we have worship, but in spirit and truth. Another time he said, when you're bringing your gift to the altar and you remember somebody has something against you, stop your religious ritual and go and reconcile first. Wow. And then we have the story of the guy who was beaten up on the way from Jerusalem to Jericho. And the religious role models and the people who are living a religious role, the Levite and the priest, go on the other side. There's no compassion, they're too busy, they're in a hurry. Maybe there is a bit of compassion in their heart, but they just feel constrained. So it's not about this mountain or that mountain. It's not about the rituals first. It's getting reconciled first. It's not about having an important religious role. It's about being filled with charity and compassion and doing it. It's not about prescribed religious practices first. It's about giving alms, it's taking care of the needy. And last Wednesday, every Wednesday for decades, the Pope in Rome always has given an audience, and all the people go for the audience, and it's an opportunity to see the Holy Father and all of that. And they give a talk. And Pope Francis is looking at different people now in the Old Testament, and he just did Elijah last Wednesday, and about him being a model of prayer. And he talked about how Elijah's prayer was so real and so impacting his relationship with others. And he went on to say a magnificent comment as far as I see it. He said that we shouldn't measure the quality of our prayer by the feelings we have, the emotions we have, the kind of religious atmosphere we enter into. We need to measure our prayer by the practical charity to others afterwards, the overcoming a grudge, or at least working and wanting to, showing signs of reconciliation and renewal of relationships. That the prayer real prayer, that's really true prayer, is manifested later in charity. I think that's magnificent. Well, the sky is also magnificent, but I was saying about how prayer becomes charity. Faith working through love. And the more we who are more or less seen as religious people do this, the more light will radiate down into the world and light up dark corners. So let's stroll for a moment, just to wrap up today. And the verse from the psalm is beautiful. Let your mercy come to me, O Lord. And here we're in Psalm 119. A very, very long psalm. Let your mercy come to me, O Lord, your salvation according to your promise. I will walk at liberty because I seek your precepts, and I will delight in your commands. So then the commands are not just commands, they're a source of delight. They're my identity, they're my fulfillment, where I grow, where I develop and blossom as a human being. The weather is surely changing. Look at all this cloud over here. But it hasn't produced rain yet. So we got a little sun before we say goodbye, despite all the cloud. We thank Soda for her appearances today, gracing us with her presence here. Soda! She's getting a little bit older. She was more energetic before. So people, time to say goodbye. God bless you. See you later, alligators. Have a wonderful day. Bring light in among the clouds that might be around today anywhere, in your family, in society, in conversations, in comments on the internet. Bring light. Bring light. A lot of people are very clouded nowadays, so we need to pray for light. God bless you. See you later, alligators. Thank you for joining Sunrise Stroll and Chat here at the Sea of Galilee.